Today is February 19th. You can see how windy it is. Gusts up to 50 miles an hour, we were told. And this is looking out the back of the house, looking west. And you can see how everything is being blown around. There's some snow coming down, some rain coming down. And this is looking towards Pennsylvania from our back of our house. And rough day to work outside today, so we're working inside the house. And we think it's a good day to go get some diesel fuel. We'll go for a ride into town and buy some off-road diesel fuel for our tractors. There's no use of getting a 200-gallon delivery when we don't need it for a couple more months. So this is, again, heading west. This is our farm to the left side. That's the old train track. That's the old train track, which I've told on previous interviews that used to go through our farm. That's an abandoned barn on the property I bought a few years ago. The used to be a dairy farm, and now it's pretty much coming all apart. This is all our farm to our left. And this is about the end of our property line, about right here. That was old cornfield to the left. So now we're driving 565 south. And as we go down 565, these are old dairy barns. When I was a younger man, they were all dairy farms. 565 south. We're pulled into Fair Cloud Fuel right now, and we're going to get some off-road diesel. It's like $3.86 a gallon now. All right, we're on our way back. This is the same farm that we passed before with a slate roof on it. Barn's probably 125 years old. This is Winding Brook Farm, used to be a dairy farm, slate roof again, falling down. Now east, I believe. That's the barn that's falling down that I bought a few years ago. It's really just abandoned. All hayfield, if you look, a little pasture there, but really hayfield way in the back, you can see. Again, we're going across the old railroad tracks right there to our right. This is hayfield. This is my hayfield. One of the hayfields. And that's the Papicating Creek. That starts maybe 20 miles away and goes due east all the way up to Kingston, New York, before it goes into the Hudson River. So from our farm, maybe about 100 miles, I'm guessing. And it dumps in the Hudson River, hits the Papicating Creek, goes to the Walkill River, and the Walkill River goes to Kingston. So this is a hayfield that I didn't cut last year, 2021. Should have cut it, but I never cut it. We're getting up to the end of our, and all the farm to the right is mine. You can see the hayfield was not cut last year. So we're coming up to a cornfield that we planted that we didn't pick because we're leaving it for the deer. Give them something to eat so they don't starve. You never know how much snow you're going to get up here, so the deer got to eat something. So now we're going down our driveway. That driveway was always there, but I am sure that the driveway used to be up higher on the hill, about 100 feet. The driveway, if you look to your left, up there, the driveway was up there at one time. Definitely up there. Like the milk wagon driveway. But this is the way the driveway was. This is Dennis Road right here, that I believe.
And so right now you're in Wantage, but if you drove to the other side of the farm, you'd end up in...
Well, not even the other side. Just go down past the barns. And Wantage starts just past the barns.
And then off to the right here, is that where the old milk trail goes down?
Yes, right about where we are right now. It's hard to see on the video, but I'm sure the road used to go from our left across this driveway down to the right and go down, and there used to be a milk, a spring house for the milk. See the spring to our right there? Yeah. And that's where the spring starts. And there's watercress in that spring, and it goes down. And there's a couple little waterfalls as you follow that brook down there. Because of the shale that goes through our property, there's about at least 3 waterfalls that I can think of right now. So we used to have horses on the farm. The big black walnut trees, people told me that they were 150 years old. Kind of like this is looking west now, everybody looking west towards Pennsylvania. About 12 miles away, I would think. And this is our firewood that we put in our crates, that we keep there, that we can pick up with the machine, with the forks. And either we bring it in the house or we sell it in these, most of the crates are 4 by 4 by 4, about a half a cord.
And
150 years ago, this barn right in front of us has a slate roof on it.
and that's the one that you're going to repair, right?
We're going to try to repair it, but none of the garages are big enough to put any of our tractors in. They're all small. Back then, the tractors were small. I believe this barn here is 150 years old. It's all hand cut, hand chiseled, or hand chopped timber in that barn there. And the doors are small. Everything's small on it.
And then this summer, we're going to try to clean up the Papacating Creek right on their property.
Well, the big problem with the Papacating Creek, it's about 30 feet across, and the brook continues, or creek, continues to move left and right as it goes around the corners, and it keeps on undermining the trees, and the trees fall across the brook. So maybe this winter we're going to go down, hopefully get some help, and we'll go down and take the trees that cross the brook. We'll take some pictures and show you. The trees cross the brook, and then they dam the brook up. And then if you don't cut the trees and clean them up, they divert the water and make the water cut the brook again in a different direction. So it's an ongoing maintenance program to take the trees out. I can take the trees down on my property, but on the other side of the brook, where places that I don't own on the other side, that's a problem because the neighbor doesn't clean up. But one day my dream is to get a rubber raft and go down the Papacating Creek as far as I could go. I think it would be cool. We also have a problem with beavers. We have, I think I can show you some pictures where the beavers, I know I can show you some pictures where the beavers are ringing the trees, lack of another word, and they're trying to cut the trees down. But if you see some of these trees, how big they are, there's no way them beavers are ever going to eat them trees down. It just 2-3 feet in diameter, but they're giving it hell. They took all the bark off, so eventually the tree's going to die, and then it will fall over on the brook. Of course, it could fall 360 degrees, but it will fall across the brook. So we'll show you some pictures of our farm.